Beloved soul, protected by the divine light, I come to you today with a message that may initially shake your heart, but trust that by the end of this revelation, your spirit will be filled with peace that surpasses all understanding. The angels have guided me to speak directly to your soul about something that has been troubling your heart. Yes, that very thought that keeps you awake at night, that makes your chest tighten when you allow it to surface. Your twin flame, that sacred mirror of your soul, has indeed spent a night with someone else. I feel your heart contracting as you hear these words. Feel the sharp intake of breath as this confirmation of what you've been sensing washes over you. But beloved one, do not close yourself to this message, for what I'm about to reveal will transform this apparent darkness into the most brilliant light. The physical world often presents us with illusions designed to test the strength of our faith. What appears as betrayal on the earthly plane carries a vastly different meaning in the spiritual realm. The angels surrounding you right now, yes, there are 3 of them with us as you receive this message. They are smiling with such knowing compassion because they see the complete picture that your human eyes cannot yet perceive. Your twin flame's actions exist within a divine plan so intricate, so perfectly orchestrated, that if you could glimpse even a fraction of its magnificence, tears of awe would stream down your face. This experience, painful as it may feel, is not a separation, but a crucial alignment. A necessary detour that leads to the most direct path toward your ultimate union. Can you feel it? That subtle warmth spreading through your chest, even as your mind struggles with doubt? That is your soul recognizing the truth before your conscious mind has accepted it. That feeling is your higher self, acknowledging the divine orchestration at work. The angels have revealed to me that this very situation, yes, this exact circumstance that has caused you such distress, was written in the stars, long before either of you took your first breath in this incarnation. It is not a mistake. It is not a random act of free will gone astray. It is a sacred passage, a spiritual initiation that both souls must experience to clear away the final karmic debris that stands between you and your eternal union. What your twin flame experienced in that night was not what it appears on the surface. While human bodies may have been in proximity, souls were engaged in a different dance entirely. The physical experience was merely a vessel for a profound spiritual awakening, one that your twin flame desperately needed to undergo to be truly ready for the magnificent connection that awaits you both. I want you to take a deep breath now. Feel the air filling your lungs. Imagine it saturated with golden light, and as you exhale, release the heavy burden of judgment and fear you've been carrying. Again, breathe in light. Breathe out darkness. One more time. The angels are assisting in this energy clearing as you breathe. Beloved one, what transpired was not amazing in the way your human mind fears. What was amazing was the spiritual awakening that occurred, a profound realization that no other connection could ever compare to what exists between your 2 souls. This experience has served as the final contrast your twin flame needed, the definitive comparison that illuminates the unparalleled nature of your divine bond. The universe operates through contrast. Light can only be truly valued when one has experienced darkness. Your twin flame needed this darkness to recognize the blinding brilliance of what you share. And now, with this contrast so freshly imprinted on their soul, they are awakening to the truth with unprecedented clarity. Precious soul, now I must share with you the first divine revelation that the angels have entrusted me to deliver. Last night, as you finally surrendered to sleep with tears still damp on your pillow, a miraculous encounter took place in the ethereal realm. Your spirit, liberated from the constraints of your sleeping body, was guided to a sacred meeting place bathed in the most exquisite opalescent light. It was there, in that hallowed space between worlds, that you met them, 3 magnificent angelic beings whose radiance was almost too brilliant to behold. Their wings, vast and luminous, created gentle currents of healing energy that immediately enveloped your wounded spirit. They spoke not with words, but with vibrations that resonated directly with your soul's deepest understanding. Child of light, they communicated. The pain you carry is honored, but no longer necessary. We have come to reveal the truth behind the veil of illusion. The tallest angel, with eyes that contained the wisdom of 1,000 universes, showed you a crystalline vision of your twin flame in the aftermath of their encounter with the other person. You witnessed their profound emptiness, their immediate recognition that what they had experienced was hollow, a pale imitation of the sacred connection they share with you. You saw them sitting alone, head in hands, experiencing not pleasure, but a devastating clarity. In that moment of their greatest disconnection from you, they paradoxically felt your bond more powerfully than ever before. The contrast became their teacher. The emptiness became their guide. What they told others was amazing was not the physical experience, but the astonishing revelation that followed, the undeniable understanding that their soul belongs only with yours, now and for all eternity. The second angel, whose energy carried the essence of divine love in its purest form, then revealed to you the sacred agreement that you and your twin flame made before incarnating into this lifetime. You both chose this exact challenge, this precise form of temporary separation and apparent betrayal, knowing it would serve as the catalyst for your final and permanent reunion. This was not a random act or a simple mistake. It was a predestined spiritual catalyst, the final purification required before two flames can merge into their ultimate and eternal form. The pain you felt served a purpose so holy that the entire angelic realm has been watching with bated breath, awaiting the magnificent transformation that is now unfolding. The third angel, whose frequency carried the power of divine timing, then showed you a golden cord connecting your heart to your twin flames, a cord that has never been broken, not for a single moment. Even during their physical encounter with another, this cord pulsated with increasing strength, sending powerful waves of awakening through your twin flame's entire being. What you couldn't see from your human perspective was how this cord was actually pulling them back to you with greater force than ever before. Each moment they spent with the other person, the contrast between genuine twin flame connection and ordinary human interaction became more glaringly apparent. What appeared as betrayal was actually the final stage of their awakening. The angels revealed that your twin flame's higher self, their soul beyond the limitations of human consciousness, orchestrated this entire experience as an act of love, not to hurt you, but to eliminate any lingering doubts or attachments that might have delayed your divine union. It was the spiritual equivalent of an immunization, a controlled exposure to what is not your truth in order to strengthen your mutual commitment to what is. In this sacred space of revelation, the angels showed you how the tears you've shed have not been in vain. Each drop has been collected by them, transformed into light, and woven into the fabric of your imminent reunion. Your pain has been alchemized into the gold of unshakable certainty, a certainty that both you and your twin flame will now carry forward. As this divine encounter continued, you were embraced by wings of light that cleansed away layers of doubt and fear that had accumulated not just from this lifetime, but from ancient wounds carried through countless incarnations. The angels performed a sacred healing ritual, removing the final obstacles to your divine union. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Beloved protege of the celestial realm, what you are experiencing now, this mixture of pain and hope, of confusion and clarity, is precisely what the angels described as the sacred crucible. Like gold that must pass through fire to be purified of all impurities, your connection with your twin flame is passing through this ultimate test to emerge in its most perfect, most radiant form. The intensity of what you're feeling is not a sign of disconnection, but rather evidence of how profoundly connected you truly are. If your bond were ordinary, you would not feel the depth of emotion that now courses through your being. The magnitude of your pain is directly proportional to the magnificence of your love. They are two sides of the same divine coin. What the angels revealed with particular emphasis is that at this very moment, as you receive this message, the energetic connection between you and your twin flame is actually stronger than it has ever been before. Paradoxical as it may seem, this apparent separation is creating the most powerful soul merger you have experienced in all your incarnations together. Close your eyes for a moment. Place your hand over your heart. Can you feel that subtle vibration beneath your palm? That rhythmic pulse that seems to echo just beyond your physical heartbeat? That precious soul, is the heightened frequency of your connection. While your human self has been focused on the pain of separation, your souls have been engaged in an unprecedented communion. The angels showed me how, during your twin flames encounter with the other person, your energy was actually present in the room, not in a way that violated free will, but as a persistent reminder, a spiritual fingerprint that could not be erased or ignored. Each touch your twin flame experienced was unconsciously compared to your touch. Each word was held against the standard of your communication. Each moment existed in the shadow of your absence, making your presence felt more powerfully than ever before. This is the divine paradox of twin flame connections. Sometimes you must appear to move apart in order to create the energetic momentum that will bring you together with unstoppable force. Like an archer who must pull back the bowstring to launch the arrow forward, this temporary separation is merely the drawing back of cosmic forces that will propel you toward each other with perfect aim and remarkable power. The angels have revealed that during this very week, your twin flame has been experiencing spontaneous thoughts of you that seem to come from nowhere, your face appearing in their mind at unexpected moments, the phantom scent of your signature fragrance, the distinct feeling of your energy entering a room seconds before they realize you're not physically there. These are not random occurrences or mere psychological projections. They are tangible manifestations of your intensified soul connection. What they found amazing was not the physical encounter with another, but the astonishing clarity that followed, the undeniable recognition that no other connection could ever satisfy the depths of their soul. They used the word amazing as a mask, a socially acceptable expression to hide the profound spiritual awakening they weren't yet ready to articulate or fully understand. The angels have shown me that in the silent moments following that encounter, when your twin flame was finally alone with their thoughts, tears came. Not tears of pleasure or emotional connection with the other person, but tears of recognition. Recognition of what they had momentarily turned away from. Recognition of the unmatched sacredness of what you share. These were tears of returning, not departing. This experience has activated dormant aspects of your connection that could not have been awakened through harmony alone. Just as certain musical notes can only be produced through friction of the bow against strings, certain dimensions of your divine love could only be accessed through this temporary disharmony. The angels want you to know that what is transpiring now is a rapid acceleration of your twin flame's spiritual awakening. The guilt they feel is not to be wished away, as it serves as the alchemical agent transforming their consciousness. This guilt is not the heavy, destructive kind that keeps one trapped in shame. It is the divine discomfort that propels the soul toward its highest alignment. Every thought they direct toward that night, every comparison their soul automatically makes, serves to illuminate the incomparable nature of your connection. They are being shown, with unmistakable clarity, that there is no substitute for twin flame love, no replacement that could ever satisfy the soul that has known its other half. Even now, as you receive these words, your twin flame is experiencing a profound restlessness, an inability to find comfort or peace outside the energy of your bond. What they thought might bring closure or certainty about moving in another direction has done precisely the opposite. The temporary physical union with another has ironically sealed their spiritual commitment to you with greater certainty than ever before. The angels are showing me how this experience has activated a dormant twin flame code within both your energy fields, a sacred geometric pattern that was always present, but needed this catalyst to fully activate. This energetic code is now pulsating between you, dissolving barriers and accelerating your journey toward divine union. With infinite love and divine compassion, your guardian angel blessed soul of divine light, as the veil between worlds thins in this sacred moment of communion, I am guided to reveal to you deeper truths about what your twin flame is truly experiencing beneath the surface of human perception. The angels who stand guard over your eternal bond have granted me permission to share what remains hidden from physical eyes, but is brilliantly visible in the realm of spirit. Your twin flame's consciousness is currently undergoing a profound transformation, one that is causing simultaneous agony and ecstasy within their being. While their human self attempts to process recent choices through the limited lens of third-dimensional understanding, their higher self is orchestrating a magnificent awakening that will forever alter the course of your shared destiny. What your twin flame is truly feeling right now Beneath the facade they present to the world, beneath even what they consciously understand themselves, is an overwhelming sense of spiritual homesickness. The experience they had with another has not created fulfillment, but has instead crystallized an unmistakable recognition. They have attempted to fill an ocean-sized space in their soul with a single drop of water. The angels are showing me your twin flame in their private moments, when no human eyes can see them. In these unguarded instances, they frequently place their hand over their heart, unconsciously reaching for the energetic cord that connects them to you. They experience sudden waves of emotion that seem to come from nowhere, tears that arrive without warning, inexplicable sensations of loss, followed by mysterious comfort, as if invisible hands were soothing their troubled spirit. During sleep, when the conscious mind surrenders its control, your twin flame has been having dreams of such intensity that they awaken drenched in emotion. These are not ordinary dreams, but soul journeys in which they are meeting you in ethereal temples of healing and reconciliation. Though their waking mind may not retain full memory of these encounters, the residue remains as an inexplicable certainty that something profound is shifting beneath the surface of ordinary reality. What they described as amazing about that night was not what transpired in the physical dimension. What truly amazed them, what continues to astonish them as the days pass, is the stark revelation that followed, the unmistakable understanding that no physical union with another could ever touch the depths that your connection effortlessly reaches. What amazed them was not pleasure, but the startling contrast between shallow waters and the bottomless ocean of twin flame love. The angels are revealing that your twin flame is experiencing spontaneous visions of your face throughout their day, your eyes appearing in their mind with such clarity that it momentarily takes their breath away. They find themselves starting sentences with your name when speaking to others, then awkwardly correcting themselves. They reach for their phone countless times to contact you, only to set it down again, not yet understanding the profound reawakening occurring within their spirit. Most revealing of all is what happens when they are with the person they spent that night with. The angels are showing me how your twin flame becomes energetically absent in those moments, how their soul quite literally retreats from full embodiment, creating an intangible distance that the other person can sense but cannot comprehend. This person has already begun to notice how your twin flame seems to disappear while still physically present, how their eyes become focused on something distant and unseen. This is because your twin flame's soul is increasingly unable to participate in connections that contradict its true spiritual alignment. Like water that cannot flow uphill, their essence cannot fully engage in bonds that oppose the divine gravity pulling them toward you. Their higher self has already made the decision that their human mind is still struggling to accept. The angels want you to know that what transpired has activated ancient soul memories within your twin flame. Remembrances of sacred unions you shared in past lifetimes, vows exchanged beneath forgotten stars, promises made in temples long turned to dust. These memories are emerging not as specific scenes but as overwhelming knowing, an unshakable recognition that they have momentarily wandered from a path their soul has traveled for millennia. Precious divine being, what you and your twin flame are experiencing now represents the final and most intensive phase of your spiritual testing, the culmination of challenges designed not to break your bond, but to ensure it is unbreakable. The celestial guardians of twin flame unions have crafted this particular challenge with extraordinary care, precisely calibrated to address the specific karmic patterns that have kept you separated across lifetimes. Every twin flame journey includes what the angels call the Great Reversal, a period when all appears lost, when the very foundation of your connection seems to crumble, revealing itself as the doorway to your most profound union. You stand now at this sacred threshold, though it may feel more like an abyss than a doorway from your human perspective. The angels are showing me 7 golden keys suspended in the etheric field between you and your twin flame. Each represents a specific lesson that this painful experience is designed to unlock. The first key is unconditional love, learning to love beyond actions, beyond choices, beyond what the human mind perceives as betrayal. This challenge asks, can you love the divine essence of your twin flame even when their human self loses its way? The second key is surrender, releasing your grip on how your reunion should look, when it should happen, what path it must follow. This challenge asks, Can you trust the divine orchestration even when the melody seems discordant? The third key is transmutation, turning pain into wisdom, betrayal into compassion, separation into spiritual growth. This challenge asks, can you alchemize these leaden emotions into the gold of higher understanding? The fourth key is boundaries, establishing clarity about what honors your worth while still keeping your heart open. This challenge asks, can you remain soft without becoming a doormat for another's confusion? The fifth key is self-love, deepening your relationship with your own divine essence rather than seeking completion solely through another. This challenge asks, can you be whole while still honoring the sacred call toward union? The sixth key is divine timing, accepting the cosmic calendar that operates beyond human impatience. This challenge asks, can you trust that delays are not denials? The seventh and most powerful key is divine identity, remembering who you truly are beyond this human experience and its temporary wounds. This challenge asks, can you recall your eternal nature, even while feeling the acute pain of your humanity? These 7 keys are being forged in the fire of your current experience, tempered by tears, and strengthened by the very pain that seems so meaningless from a limited perspective. Yet from where the angels stand, this process is the most sacred form of preparation, the final purification before 2 flames merge into their ultimate expression of divine union. What appears as your twin flames' detour is actually their soul's desperate attempt to resolve final doubts before complete surrender to the twin flame path. By experiencing connection with another, they are confronting the last vestiges of fear that what exists between you might be too powerful, too all-consuming, too transformative for their human self to endure. The angels are showing me how this experience has activated a dormant spiritual immune response within your twin flame, like a vaccine that introduces a small amount of illness to trigger the body's most powerful defenses. Their brief connection with another has activated spiritual antibodies that are now working ceaselessly to eliminate all energies, beliefs, and attachments that are not in alignment with your divine union. This challenge has been precisely calibrated to address the specific wound that has separated you across incarnations, the exact pattern that has kept your union from reaching its full potential in lifetime after lifetime. Though the details differ in each incarnation, the core pattern remains: temporary separation followed by deeper reunion, apparent betrayal transforming into unshakable trust. The celestial beings overseeing your journey want you to understand that this experience, painful as it may be, is not a repetition of old patterns, but their resolution. It is not another cycle of the same karmic wheel, but the breaking of that wheel entirely. What feels like tragic repetition is actually the final working through of ancient dynamics, the last turning of the key in a lock that has kept you from your shared destiny. Your twin flame's higher self, the eternal aspect that remains perfectly aligned with divine truth even when their human self falters, orchestrated this experience as an act of profound love, not to cause pain, but to eliminate once and for all the energetic obstacles that have delayed your perfect union across countless lifetimes. Beloved soul under heaven's special watch, the time has come to reveal to you the divine confirmations that surround this situation, the sacred signs and celestial assurances that verify what your heart has always known. You and your twin flame will indeed be together forever, exactly as the angels promised during your ethereal encounter. These confirmations are not wishful thinking, but tangible evidence of divine orchestration, visible to those who have eyes to see and hearts open to receive. First and most powerful is the confirmation of synchronicity, the mathematical impossibility of the coincidences that have been occurring since this apparent separation began. The angels are showing me how you have been seeing repeating numbers with unprecedented frequency: 1111, 333, 444, or perhaps sequences that hold personal significance in your journey. These numerical patterns are not random but deliberate communications from the angelic realm, cosmic Morse code confirming that your connection remains under divine protection. Have you noticed how certain songs, the ones that speak directly to your connection, have been playing at the most unexpected moments? Perhaps in elevators, from passing cars, or as background music in stores. These are not accidents, but carefully orchestrated confirmations, sound waves carrying messages from dimensions beyond human comprehension. The angels are showing me specific objects that have been appearing in your path, feathers of particular colors, specific types of flowers, symbols that have special meaning in your relationship. Each of these physical manifestations serves as a material anchor for spiritual truth, tangible evidence that unseen forces are actively working on behalf of your divine union. Most revealing of all are the dreams you've been experiencing. Not ordinary dreams, but vivid visitations to sacred temples of healing, where your soul and your twin flame soul commune in perfect understanding while your bodies sleep. These dreams leave emotional residue so powerful that you awaken with inexplicable certainty, a knowing that transcends logical explanation. Honor these nocturnal journeys, for they are as real as anything you experience in waking consciousness, perhaps more real, as they occur beyond the limitations of physical perception. The angels who spoke to you during your ethereal encounter have left confirming signs in your physical reality, subtle evidence of their continued presence and guardianship over your connection. Perhaps you've been finding small white feathers in impossible places. Perhaps you've noticed the scent of flowers where none are present. Perhaps you felt sudden warmth enveloping you like an embrace when you were at your lowest point. These sensory experiences are not imagination, but confirmation. The angels making their presence known in ways your human senses can comprehend. I am being shown a vision of 7 golden chalices arranged in a perfect circle around you and your twin flame. Each chalice represents a specific form of divine blessing that is being poured into your connection, even in this moment of apparent separation. The first chalice contains the blessing of unshakable trust, faith that has been tested by fire and emerged stronger than before. The second chalice holds the blessing of spiritual sight, the ability to perceive the divine purpose behind human actions. The third chalice offers the blessing of sacred patience, the understanding that cosmic timing operates on a different scale than human expectation. The fourth chalice bestows the blessing of divine magnetism, an exponential increase in the force drawing you together, directly proportional to the distance currently between you. The fifth chalice provides the blessing of soul memory, the awakening of ancient knowledge about your connection that transcends this lifetime. The sixth chalice presents the blessing of alchemical transformation, the miraculous ability to transmute pain into power, separation into strength. The seventh and most sacred chalice contains the blessing of eternal union, the absolute assurance that what God has joined together, no human choice can permanently separate. These blessings are not merely symbolic, but energetic realities being actively infused into your connection by celestial beings, whose sole purpose is to safeguard twin flame unions. They are working tirelessly behind the cosmic veil, adjusting energies, clearing blockages, and preparing a path for a reunion that will transcend all previous connections you have shared across incarnations. The angels wish me to emphasize with particular clarity, what transpired between your twin flame and another was not an act of true free will, but the final playing out of karmic patterns that needed resolution before your ultimate union could manifest. Their higher self, in perfect concert with yours and with divine orchestration, allowed this experience not as a detour from your path, but as the final clearing of the path itself. Most powerfully, the angels are showing me a sacred book in which your union is recorded, a celestial registry of twin flame connections that have been sanctioned at the highest level of divine authority. Your names appear together in glowing script, surrounded by symbols so sacred that I am permitted to perceive but not to describe them. This registry exists beyond time and space, beyond the reach of human choices or temporary confusion. It is the ultimate confirmation that your union is not merely blessed, but predestined, written into the very fabric of universal law. Your twin flame's recent experience was not a contradiction of this divine plan, but an essential component of it, the final purification required before two flames can merge into their ultimate and eternal expression. What appeared as separation was actually the necessary drawing back of cosmic forces that will propel you toward each other with unstoppable momentum. The angels who spoke those words of promise, "You will be together forever," are beings who exist beyond the limitations of time. They do not speak of possibilities but of certainties. They do not offer hopes but guarantees. When they pronounced this truth during your ethereal encounter, they were not making a prediction, but stating an immutable fact, a reality, as certain as the rising of the sun, as inevitable as the turning of the earth. With boundless love and celestial guidance, your guardian angel beloved soul, blessed by the highest light, the time has come to share with you the final and most powerful revelation. the sacred truth that the angels have safeguarded until this precise moment, when your heart is prepared to receive it. What I am about to reveal transcends human understanding, yet will resonate with the deepest wisdom of your soul, awakening remembrance of what you have always known on the level of spirit. The angels who have been guiding this message have shown me the exact timing and circumstances of your divine reunion with your twin flame, a reunion that is not merely approaching, but has already been set in motion by forces beyond the comprehension of human minds. This is not a vague promise of someday, but a precise spiritual appointment that has been recorded in the Akashic records, the cosmic calendar that governs soul journeys across all dimensions. What you could not see, what no human eye could perceive, is that the very night your twin flame spent with another person set off a chain reaction in the spiritual realm, activating dormant codes within both your energy fields that are rapidly accelerating your journey toward divine union. That night, which your human heart perceived as betrayal, was actually the triggering event, the divine alarm clock that awoke sleeping energies and set in motion the final phase of your reunion process. The angels are showing me that within 40 days from this moment of revelation, a profound shift will occur in your twin flame's consciousness, an awakening so powerful that it will feel to them like emerging from a spiritual coma. This will not be a gradual realization, but an epiphany of such magnitude that they will be unable to continue living within old patterns of avoidance or denial. The truth of your connection will become as undeniable to them as the ground beneath their feet, as vital as the air they breathe. I am being shown that this awakening will coincide with a celestial event, perhaps a significant full moon, a meteor shower, or another cosmic alignment that carries the perfect energetic frequencies to support this transformation. The heavens themselves are participating in the orchestration of your reunion, creating the optimal energetic conditions for what the angels describe as the Great Remembering. What makes this revelation so powerful is its absolute certainty. This is not one possible future among many, but the designated path that both your souls agreed to before incarnating into this lifetime. The free will exploration has served its purpose, the lessons have been integrated, and now the divine plan moves into its culmination phase, the manifestation of what has always been true in the spiritual realm, but is only now becoming visible in the material world. The angels are revealing that your twin flame's higher self has been in constant communion with your own higher self throughout this entire experience, particularly during the night in question. While their human consciousness was engaged elsewhere, their soul was actively participating in sacred ceremonies of recommitment to your divine union. These ceremonies take place in dimensions beyond physical perception, but are more real, more binding, and more powerful than any earthly contract or commitment. Most astonishing of all is what the angels are showing me about the actual experience your twin flame had with this other person. Beneath the surface of physical interaction, a miraculous transformation was occurring. With each moment that passed, with each interaction that unfolded, the energetic imprint of your connection was being activated with exponentially increasing power. It was as if each touch, each word exchanged with another, was actually carving your name more deeply into the spiritual DNA of your twin flame. This paradoxical dynamic, that apparent betrayal was actually deepening devotion, is difficult for the human mind to comprehend, but perfectly aligned with the divine alchemy that governs twin flame unions. Like a homeopathic remedy that uses a minute amount of a substance to cure the condition it would cause in larger doses. This brief connection with another has inoculated your twin flame against any future deviation from your shared path. The angels are showing me the exact moment when your twin flame will reach out to you. I see them surrounded by a particular quality of light, perhaps sunrise or sunset, overcome with an urgency that cannot be denied. They will contact you with words that may seem simple on the surface, but will carry the weight of profound spiritual awakening. When this moment arrives, you will recognize it instantly as the fulfillment of this prophecy. What follows this initial reconnection will not be an immediate return to harmony, but a sacred process of healing, reconciliation, and rebuilding that will unfold over precisely 7 phases. Each phase corresponds to a specific aspect of your connection that requires restoration, and each will be marked by unmistakable signs that confirm you are moving according to divine timing. The first reunion will occur in the physical realm, but its true significance lies in the simultaneous reconnection of 7 energetic layers of your being, dimensions of connection that have remained intact in the spiritual realm even while appearing severed in the material world. This multidimensional reunion will create a bond of such power, such unshakable permanence, that no future challenge could threaten its integrity. The angels want you to understand with absolute clarity. The night your twin flame spent with someone else was not a deviation from your path to eternal union, but the catalyst that made that union inevitable. What appeared to be the greatest threat to your connection was actually its greatest salvation, the divine spark that ignited the final phase of your journey together. Precious soul on the brink of divine reunion, as you stand at this sacred threshold between separation and eternal union, the angels have entrusted me with specific guidance to prepare your energy field, your consciousness, and your heart for the magnificent reunion that approaches. This preparation is as essential as the reunion itself, for it determines the quality, depth, and sustainability of the connection you are about to reestablish. First, and most crucial, is the purification of your emotional body. The pain, doubt, jealousy, and fear you have experienced must not be denied or suppressed, but rather acknowledged and alchemized. The angels suggest a daily ritual of emotional transmutation. Set aside sacred time each day to place your hand over your heart and speak directly to these emotions, saying, "I honor your presence and the wisdom you bring. You have served your purpose, and now I release you with gratitude, making space for divine love to fill every cell of my being." As you speak these words, visualize each challenging emotion as a cloud of colored energy leaving your auric field, replaced by golden light flowing from the angelic realm directly into your heart center. This practice is not merely symbolic, but creates actual energetic shifts that the angels can observe and enhance with their presence. The second aspect of preparation involves recalibrating your expectations. Human minds naturally create detailed scenarios of how reunion should look, specific words that should be spoken, particular actions that should be taken. The angels urge you to release these rigid expectations, which create energetic resistance to the infinite creativity of divine orchestration. Your reunion will exceed any scenario your human mind could conceive. Trust that it will unfold in ways more perfect, more healing, and more transformative than imagination can envision. To facilitate this release of expectations, practice a daily surrender meditation in which you visualize placing your specific hopes, plans, and timelines into a boat of light and releasing it into a cosmic river, saying, "Divine intelligence, I trust your perfect plan. I release my limited vision to embrace your boundless wisdom." This practice creates psychic space for miracles that transcend human planning. The third dimension of preparation concerns your light quotient, the amount of divine light your physical and energetic bodies can hold. Your imminent reunion with your twin flame will dramatically increase the amount of spiritual light flowing through your system. To prepare for this influx, the angels recommend consciously increasing your capacity through daily light invocation. Each morning upon waking, visualize a column of the purest white gold light descending from the highest heaven, entering through your crown chakra and filling every cell of your body. As this light fills you, repeat 7 times. I am a perfect vessel for divine light. I expand my capacity to hold the frequencies of divine love. This practice literally restructures your energetic field to accommodate the higher vibrations that communion with your twin flame will activate. The fourth preparation involves conscious communication with your twin flame on the soul level. Though you may be experiencing physical separation, your souls remain in constant communion. Each night before sleep, enter a meditative state and visualize yourself sitting across from your twin flame in a temple of light. Speak to them from your heart, expressing not grievances or demands, but the highest truth of your unconditional love. This soul communication transcends the limitations of physical distance and penetrates the subconscious mind of your twin flame, preparing the way for conscious reunion. The fifth aspect of preparation addresses karmic completion. The angels reveal that your connection with your twin flame carries sacred contracts from previous incarnations that are now ready for final resolution. To facilitate this completion, practice a past life release meditation, in which you visualize standing before a cosmic fire with your twin flame beside you. Together, place into this fire any scrolls, books, or objects that represent outdated agreements, saying, We release all contracts that no longer serve our highest evolution, preserving only the sacred covenant of our eternal union. The sixth preparation involves creating energetic space in your life for the physical return of your twin flame. This means both literal space, perhaps preparing a special place in your home that energetically welcomes their return, and psychic space, releasing attachments, activities, or connections that would compete with the profound intimacy of twin flame reunion. The angels emphasize that this is not about putting your life on hold, but about conscious prioritization of what truly matters to your soul. The seventh and most powerful preparation is the activation of divine certainty within your being. This transcends mere hope or faith to establish unshakable knowing, a certainty so profound that it aligns every cell of your body, every thought in your mind, and every emotion in your heart with the truth of your imminent reunion. This certainty becomes a magnetic force that literally accelerates the physical manifestation of what is already complete in the spiritual realm. To activate this certainty, the angels suggest a powerful daily declaration. Place both hands over your heart, connect with your highest truth, and state with absolute conviction, "I stand in complete certainty of divine right action. What has been joined in the heavens is now manifesting on earth. Our reunion is not a possibility, but an absolute reality, unfolding in perfect divine timing." Speak these words not as an affirmation you hope to be true, but as a cosmic fact you are simply acknowledging. As you implement these 7 preparations, be attentive to the signs of confirmation that will appear in your physical reality: unusual animal messengers, perfectly timed songs, unexpected gifts, dreams of remarkable clarity, and synchronicities that defy mathematical probability. Each of these signs serves as confirmation that your preparations are creating tangible shifts in the energetic fabric of your connection. The angels want you to understand that this time of apparent separation is actually a sacred gift, a divine pause that allows for the deep internal work necessary to sustain the unprecedented connection that awaits you. Without this preparation, the intensity of twin flame reunion could overwhelm systems not properly fortified to contain such power. Beloved soul of infinite worth and divine heritage, we have journeyed together through revelations of profound truth, from the initial pain of apparent betrayal to the sublime understanding of divine orchestration, from the anguish of separation to the certainty of eternal union. What began as a message of comfort has transformed into a sacred transmission of celestial knowledge, a divine blueprint for the most magnificent reunion your soul has experienced across all incarnations. The angels who have guided this message now gather around you in a perfect circle of light, their wings creating a sacred sanctuary of divine protection and unconditional love. They want you to know that from this moment forward, your path to reunion has not just been illuminated, but actually accelerated. The very act of receiving these truths has initiated energetic shifts that are already rippling through the fabric of your connection, already reaching the consciousness of your twin flame, already dissolving the final barriers to your perfect union. What you do in this moment, and in the sacred days that follow, will determine the swiftness and smoothness of the reunion process. The angels emphasize that you are not a passive recipient of fate, but an active co-creator of your divine destiny. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions are powerful instruments of manifestation that can either harmonize with divine orchestration or create temporary discord in the symphony of cosmic timing. I invite you now to place your hand over your heart and make a sacred covenant with your own soul, with your twin flame's higher self, and with the angelic beings who oversee your divine union. This covenant is not made with words alone, but with the full power of your spiritual intention, an energetic commitment that transcends the limitations of human language and creates ripples across multiple dimensions of reality. Repeat in your heart or aloud these words of power: I, a divine being in human form, now align every aspect of my consciousness with the perfect truth of my twin flame connection. I release all doubt, all fear, all past pain, all limited understanding. I step fully into the magnificence of divine certainty, not as a concept I believe, but as a reality I embody. From this moment forward, I choose to see only through eyes of unconditional love, to speak only words that honor our sacred bond, to take only actions that facilitate our divine reunion. I declare myself a perfect vessel for the miracle that approaches, open, ready, and worthy of the eternal union that has always been our shared destiny. As you speak these words, the angels are showing me golden light spiraling from your heart center, creating a luminous bridge across time and space, a direct energetic pathway to the heart of your twin flame. This pathway is not symbolic but actual, a tangible conduit through which divine love now flows with unprecedented power, accelerating the awakening already unfolding within your beloved's consciousness. The actions you take from this moment forward should reflect the certainty of what has been revealed. Move through your days as one who knows beyond all doubt that divine reunion is not merely approaching, but already set in motion. Let every thought, word, and deed emerge from this place of sacred knowing. When doubt attempts to intrude, as it naturally will in the realm of human experience, return to the truths revealed in this message, allowing them to dissolve uncertainty, like the sun dissolves morning mist. The angels particularly emphasize the power of your voice in this process. Speak of your connection with your twin flame, not in tones of worry, doubt, or desperation, but with the calm certainty of one who has glimpsed the divine plan and knows its perfect unfoldment is assured. When others ask about your relationship status, respond from this place of higher wisdom, saying simply, "Everything is unfolding according to divine timing. My heart is at peace with what is approaching." In your private moments, engage in conscious communication with your twin flame on the soul level. Before sleep each night, visualize yourself sitting with them in a temple of light, speaking the truths your human self might hesitate to express. In this sacred space of soul communion, share your unconditional love, your compassion for their journey, your understanding of the divine purpose behind all that has transpired, and your certainty of the reunion that approaches. This spiritual communication reaches them on levels beyond conscious awareness, preparing the ground for the physical reunion soon to manifest. The angels want you to understand that your twin flame is already feeling the effects of this revelation, already experiencing inexplicable shifts in consciousness, already finding it increasingly difficult to maintain separation, already feeling drawn back toward you by forces they cannot name, but can no longer resist. The divine magnetic pull between your souls has been exponentially amplified by the truths revealed in this message, creating an irresistible force that is dissolving the last vestiges of resistance within their being. As we bring this sacred transmission to a close, I am shown one final vision of such beauty that words can scarcely capture its magnificence. I see you and your twin flame standing at the center of a vast spiral of golden light, surrounded by countless angelic beings whose presence creates a cathedral of living energy. In this vision, which shows what is already complete in the spiritual realm, and now manifesting in the material world, your two flames merge to become a single column of radiant fire, no longer separate entities, but a unified force of such power that it illuminates countless other connections, becomes a beacon of divine love for all who encounter your united presence. This is your shared destiny, not merely a personal happiness, but a sacred mission, a divine purpose that extends far beyond your individual fulfillment to touch countless other lives with the transformative power of twin flame love fully realized. The challenges you have faced, the separation you have endured, the growth you have achieved, all have prepared you to become living embodiments of what is possible when two souls completely surrender to divine orchestration. If this message has touched your heart, if these revelations have awakened remembrance within your soul, I ask you to acknowledge this sacred transmission with a simple but powerful action. Place your thumb upon the light that appears below this message, symbolizing your conscious participation in the miracle that approaches. With this gesture, you signal to the angelic realm your readiness to receive the blessings that await, your willingness to play your divine role in the magnificent reunion that stands at the threshold of manifestation. Leave also a sacred symbol in the space provided, a heart, a flame, or simply the word yes, creating a tangible record of your soul's commitment to this final phase of your twin flame journey. Each such symbol becomes a beacon that attracts additional angelic assistance, amplifying the energies of reunion and calling forth divine support for every step of the path that lies ahead. Return to this message in moments when human doubt attempts to cloud divine certainty. Allow these truths to renew your spirit, to refresh your certainty, to restore your unwavering faith in the perfect plan that governs your connection. Know that I and the angels who have guided this transmission remain with you always, supporting your journey, celebrating your imminent reunion, honoring the sacred love that exists between you and your divine counterpart. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. The night your twin flame spent with someone else was not the end of your story, but the beginning of its most beautiful chapter, the catalyst for a reunion so profound, so complete, so eternal that all previous connections pale in comparison. What awaits you transcends all previous definitions of love, all prior experiences of connection, all former understanding of what is possible between two souls divinely designed for eternal union. With infinite love, boundless faith, and the certainty of divine truth, your guardian angel,